Welcome to Popcorn Talk, featuring movie discussion, news, and interviews. Popcorn Talk. We talk movies.
What's up, y'all? Happy Star Wars Day!
Woo!
You guys, this is such a good day already. I have my drink. I'm ready to go. A lot to talk about already. Before we get into it, I'm Steph Sabraw, aka Chewbacca's long-lost hairy daughter. And I'm joined by my co-pilot, as always, head of Popcorn Talk, Ryan Nilsen.
Yes, guys, happy Star Wars Day. May the 4th be with you. Holy cow. What a day. We can't even continue this episode without bringing up the fact that Steph Sabraw nearly broke the internet this morning before noon. I think that the servers crashed. Some people kind of freaked out with her Darth Vader helmet. Steph, the Force was with you this morning, wasn't it?
Yeah, but the Force is with someone even stronger than me today. It's our other new co-host, Alana Jordan, who has so much prepared for this episode with us. I'm so excited. Thanks for coming on, girl.
Thank you guys for having me.
Alana, it's an honor.
I couldn't decide if I wanted to be a stormtrooper or Sabine Wren, and I was like, I love Tia Sakar, but stormtroopers are more generic, I guess.
Alana
Yeah.
is a
I
huge
love both.
fan. A huge fan. So we're just thrilled to have you here. Big time. Can we?
Yeah,
Can we
your room's decked out.
I mean, can we
Yeah.
see the carpet real quick? Can we just check it? I think people need to see the rug.
This
Yeah.
is the first time I've ever filmed in my bedroom because I think it reveals a little too much about me. But
Ooh.
for this one, it's fitting. Here
It's
we
a
go.
special occasion.
I'll get down on the ground with
my
my buddy
God.
Han here.
Oh,
My
That
8
is
foot
so
Han Solo.
dope.
wow.
It's freaking 8 feet long. It's way too. It's like the majority of my bedroom.
I don't even know where you can find that.
Yeah, that.
Only like the same place I got the Japanese Star Wars posters.
It's badass.
Incredible. Alana, thank you so much for joining.
Too much. Thank you guys.
Steph and I always ask new guests on our show like some flash Star Wars questions just to get to know you and what's going on. And we're also going to be playing some games later. And we got some other special guests coming down the line, guys.
We have such a good episode planned. We have some really exciting guests. But Alana, just to get started, what is your favorite Star Wars movie?
Empire Strikes Back. I
Solid
think
choice.
Here,
hands down. It's
here,
so
here.
good. It's just so good. Yeah. I gotta say though, shout out to Rogue One because it never gets any love, and that is a really good movie that basically was like, all right, nerds, you have all these logistical problems with it. Fixed it. Shut up.
Yeah.
So
It's
shout out to Rogue
Those are
One.
solid choices. I loved Rogue One. I know Ryan did too.
oh yeah.
I'm actually gonna get my first drink.
Yes.
I made a
Oh, yes.
collection
This
of
is
drinks.
a cantina special after all. Like we are celebrating. So celebrate with us. What are you drinking at home?
This is a gin and juice urso. It's gin with some grape juice.
Oh my gosh. Wait, are the Nilsens drinking? Are they playing along with us today, Ryan?
I'll have to ask. But a gin.
We'll have to see
Elena
what's
is
up.
a pun queen, and today is a day that is a pun in and of itself with May
Yeah.
the 4th.
It's my favorite day.
Wow.
It's my two favorite things
love
combined,
it.
Star Wars and puns. This is also the Bacardi Blue and Silver Milk.
Amazing.
We're doing it
Amazing.
up
Oh
today.
my-
Let me grab.
The Bacardi Blue and Silver Milk. Okay, and what were
And then these,
what was the ingredients to that one? I'm
Yeah.
it's
What's-
Bacardi Blue and Silver. Obviously, mixed with this is kind of silly, but it's blue Kool-Aid, and it surprisingly
Oh.
tastes really good. And you wouldn't think
I
that
thought
it
you
would,
were
but
going to
it's
say
good.
something bad. That sounds good.
Does
It's
sound
good. And then this is my my Join the Dark Side, which is
Rum.
ooh, it's tequila mixed with some grenadine, some lemon, and a little bit of simple sugar.
Join.
And
the
I
it
dark
also-
love
side.
that you just tested that.
It's hard to see, but they all have glitter in them too.
I feel like you've just taken me through like a Queer Eye episode. I'm so happy to see this.
And here's another. You gotta have all.
This
Okay,
is-
the-
Elena, who's your favorite Star Wars character?
Favorite characters, Elena?
Ooh, Leia. Leia, hands down. All the other Skywalker boys were like, oh, slight inconvenience. I'm going dark side. And Leia was like, I've lost literally everything. Get it together.
Wow. Great points. Great points. I mean, this is why you bring Elena. People in the chat are going off, by the way. They're loving the drinks. They're saying Happy Star Wars Day. One person's drinking absinthe. Abstinence.
Oh.
So be careful.
I do like that one a lot. They're getting Sith-faced.
What's the other cues we got?
Who's your favorite villain?
Ooh.
My favorite villain? Oh, you know, that one is a little bit more difficult because I kind of rotate out because a lot of people, some people that are considered villains, I don't really fully consider villains.
Well, who's your current? Like a current villain?
I mean Kylo, I guess, but it's like, nah.
Did you ship Kylo and Rey?
No, I shipped Rey and Finn. I was pissed.
That's what I'm talking about.
I was so pissed. I was like, y'all have done Finn dirty this whole damn time. And I honestly don't understand how, like, the last movie, everybody was like, okay, but what's your last name, Rey? Like, what's your last name, Rey? I'm like, nobody asked Finn. His name is literally just numbers. Come on, man. He's got a way cooler name. Y'all done Finn dirty.
You have a point. Okay, last question. Favorite droid?
Favorite droid? Oh, R2. My little boo-boo.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you have
Actually,
an R2 dress.
Here.
Classic scent.
Here's the best. Actually, this is my other drink that I gotta go to.
I feel like you live in a Funko Playhouse.
You do.
Oh, no, that's amazing. That's amazing.
And here's the best.
Wow.
He whistles at you at the end.
Slay.
And this is just so that I can keep my Noda Yoda drink.
Well, she's got all the fluids.
In a
I mean,
sippy cup.
what is inside of that, though? I love a good green, but...
Yeah. Is that
This is actually whiskey, ginger ale, and some green glitter.
green glitter, so
What?
some food coloring.
Green glitter. It's actually edible glitter that a fan from AfterBuzz had sent to me because I said how much I loved it. So shout out to the best fans on the planet. You guys rock.
Would this be, since we're just talking drinks, is this a time to do a toast?
Yes. Okay. Yes. We are going to be doing toasts throughout this episode. Ryan, can I hear yours first? Do you have one?
I do. Okay, I'll do a toast. I'll do a toast to the end of an incredible series last night with the Clone Wars. Holy cow, bravo. So I'm going to toast Ahsoka Tano. I'm rocking the shirt today. Shout out to Ahsoka Tano for being as amazing as you are. And that show,
Cheers.
just going from one of the most
Cheers.
hated characters to one of the most loved now. A toast.
A toast.
I'm very curious about Steph and Elena's.
Asaka toast to you, basically.
Oh my gosh. I have a few, right?
Okay, let's hear them.
No, wait, Elena, you go first.
Should I just pick one or should I say a couple?
Let's
Just
do
pick
Do
one?
one and then you can randomly do it throughout.
Okay, sounds good. I have to say shout out to Irvin Kershner, who does not get enough love, who directed Empire Strikes Back, and a lot of people forget that.
Temple grad. Cheers, Irvin.
Cheers.
Cheers. Okay, let's see. I wrote a few down. Oh, I'd like to make a toast to Deborah Chow. I believe
my God.
she is the chosen one.
D Chow. And I cannot wait to see that Obi-Wan series, D Chow.
Cheers.
God bless you.
Speaking of news shit, I would be absolutely disappointed in myself if I did not bring up the Taika Waititi news.
I was about to say,
Yes.
is no one gonna toast to Taika?
A toast
No,
to Taika,
that's another toast to Taika.
who is
Seriously,
he's
that was
officially doing the spin-off movie. Steph and I joked in weeks past that Disney was not ready to commit. They weren't getting down on one knee. They were just flirting hardcore, playing hard to get. But guess what? They put a ring on it this morning. May the 4th be with you. Taika is doing a film, people.
Yes.
Wow.
And you know what? Because the ring that you just put on it, I'm gonna do one of these.
Whoa.
Oh my
She's got-
gosh.
This is like Jack Sparrow.
Stop
Oh
right
my
there.
goodness.
You
Taika! For Taika!
Steph, we have a certain someone on hold right now to bring in.
Oh my god.
I'm curious how he's gonna bounce off. But it's JLJ.
Oh my god, we got the James Lott Jr. in the house. Let's bring him in.
Bringing him in. I wish we could have a little Force theme. There he is, Vader himself, James Lott Jr. May the Fourth be with you.
I love the three of you.
I love you. I miss you.
I miss you too. I miss you, girl. I miss all of you. You guys look beautiful. I'm wearing my Vader is coming shirt. Look busy.
Yes.
He's coming. Look busy.
Look busy.
So,
James, how are you celebrating today, man?
I have my chalice of Darth Vader, of course. I mean, hello, my man. So I'm drinking out of him. I've been posting stuff, of course, online, about, and my Star Wars Army on TikTok. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. They're so good to me. They love my posts. I love the engagement. I love the fighting. I love it, love it, love it. So I've been celebrating all things fourth Star Wars.
Wow, it's a heck of a day. And you heard about Taika Waititi doing a movie.
Yes, very interesting. It's funny. It's interesting because he's like, he's an actor, of course, but now he's producing and he's all this stuff. I love people who do multiple things. I wonder why.
Do you guys think that he's gonna, like, he voiced IG-11 in Mandalorian in the finale that he directed? Do you think he's gonna voice a character in the movie too? Because I
would love that. I mean, why not? If he feels like it, he should. We would love it.
Please.
Why not?
Love it.
Yeah, why not? I mean, why not?
I'm curious. I wanted to ask Steph, when do you want this movie to take place?
Oh.
Like, do you want this to be like way back when, High Republic
era?
Way
back.
Do you want this like Mando era? Like, you think way back?
Way back when it was really, really lit and there was lots of way more lightsaber action than we saw.
Because I pitched this on the show a few months ago. I want Jar Jar Rabbit, okay? I want him to do a Jar Jar Binks movie. This is post Revenge of the Sith, and it's like all his fault, right? He gave the powers to the Chancellor, which led him to overthrow the Republic and everything. It's all Jar Jar's fault, and just him dealing with that, like him just alone on Tatooine, coming to terms with, wow, I blew it for everyone. Actually, you don't think so?
No, Ryan has an entire pitch ready. You had an entire pitch.
Why would you pick Jar Jar?
I think he could turn that character into an actual good character. I think Taika
You still think you're wrong.
I'm with Homegirl. I am, for all black people everywhere, I'm completely against this whatsoever. He was so offensive to us. I am no.
Mas, no more, no mas.
No. Give me some Ewoks. I'll take that. But no.
Yes, I am here for an Ewok. James, you came in when we were doing our toast, so I'd love to ask you if you have a toast to give in this cantina.
I have a toast to give to my spirit animal who, he just wanted to rule the empire. That's all he wanted to do. But people kept getting in his way. Darth Vader, the father of them all.
To Darth.
Cheers.
To Darth.
Darth.
I had to switch it up and get the red drink for it.
Yeah, Darth's the center of all this.
Yes. I mean, that's the thing. That's why, yes, he was Anakin, but I feel like he killed Anakin and became Darth. Now he went to the dark side. That's what happened. So there was good at one point. Yes, but he's Darth. I like a good villain. I like somebody who takes care of business.
Dang right.
Yeah.
He did.
But, okay, quickly, while we're just on this subject, one of my somethings that I have to get off my chest, which is another segment we're doing today.
Yes.
Where if you just have something in the Star Wars galaxy that you just need to ask or talk about. So,
pray tell.
James, I'd like to ask you, I feel as though Darth Vader is a bitch, but he is still the daddy, if you know what I mean.
What say you, James Lott?
Why do you think he's a bitch?
Palpatine has him on like a BDSM chain, like it's strong.
Well, I mean, he's part, here's the deal. So, some people are the supreme, leaders,
Right.
then there are other leaders. And the thing is, he's a secondary leader, of course, in that whole chain of the food chain. And he still made decisions, and he still took care of things, and he was still in charge. He ran a
Was
tight ship.
he?
He was on some level, yes, he was.
I feel like he was the most yes man. I'll do whatever you want, sir. Slap my booty.
Okay, here's the
And
deal.
I'll go.
If you look at it that way, look at it this way. He believed in the cause. Is that a yes man who believes in the cause? Either he believed in the cause. So is that a yes man, or a person who just believes in the cause? So he did what he believed in.
Stephanie, I have to say,
At the end, just like giving her the, and then she's like, no. Like, I was like, what is going on? So that's just something I gotta get off my chest. I was like, they're really pretty straightforward with that thing.
toast to James for having the same reaction I did when you said strong fist. It made me laugh.
So my thing is, okay, I agree with that. I feel like I'm gonna be another pun here. He petered out in episode 9. Like it's completely like, but I'm like, that would be a great character, and I really didn't do much. I mean, he kind of was just like limping along. Another pun in the episode, and I felt like he could have been much better. It could have written him much better. Could have a much bigger, better role. I wasn't impressed either.
And it's the idea that I thought with Rey, like you made a great point earlier. She could have gone with Finn, or couldn't have gone with anyone too. But there was really no sense at all with where they were going with Poe on a relationship level for his character, and I just kind of felt like that was kind of thrown in there at the end there. But so I just want to get that off my chest.
The spice run.
I used to be a
really
spice
important spice runner. Okay, Elena,
This is
I know
not
Elena
spicy.
has to have something to get off your chest.
I do. So I gotta say, and a lot of people get pissed off at me for this, and I just don't care. What the hell in A New Hope was up with everybody calling Han, and Tatooine? Because WTF, man, that's supposed to be like your good friend, and you've been to that planet. So like, as somebody whose GPS told me all the streets wrong when I moved to California, someone's gonna correct you if you call the whole planet Tatooine. Just saying. Just saying.
The pronunciation of his name varies because they're like Lando says both. Lando's like Han. And
you know what? I actually got to interview Billy D. Williams, and I asked him about it, and he said that he was just never told how to say it. He even asked, and they said, just do what you want. And I was like,
wow.
Girl,
okay.
It was the 70s and 80s. We were all doing drugs. Don't worry about it back then. There was stuff going on behind the scenes. Nobody. I mean,
That's
it was,
true.
That was
That's
a different
true.
Time period. Different time period back then.
What do you think is the right pronunciation, Elena?
It's Han.
Yeah.
He introduces himself as Han, and it's Tatooine because the people who live there say, I live on Tatooine.
Wait, no, that was the most succinct argument ever.
Rest your case.
Like, just straight up.
You just won your case, Elwood who?
Oh my god.
If someone's like, it's called Alabama, I'd be like, no, bitch, I'm from there. You're wrong. Like,
Oh my gosh.
somebody would be like, also it's Tatooine. Just a heads up. But I do have a toast, a good thing to say. That's good news that was released today that I'm super excited about.
Drinks up. Sabers up.
Drinks up, sabers up to Mark S. Miller, the creative producers at IMLX Lab, and basically everybody there, because Vader Immortal is now going to be a Star Wars VR. So you can play in VR and you can lightsaber battle, and it feels like a real saber.
Toast! Cheers.
I love that.
As somebody who's addicted to Beat Saber, which is like not even a real Star Wars game, I'm very excited about having an actual lightsaber Star Wars game.
Yeah, that's dope. Other good news, you guys, the Gallery Star Wars The Mandalorian dropped on Disney Plus, and I started watching it, and it is so fun and cool to see kind of a look behind the curtains. James, have you been watching it?
No, I have to watch it. Thank you for telling me I got to watch it. I have Disney Plus, so I got to watch it. Okay.
Yeah, you do.
It just came out today, right?
Yes.
Oh
okay, thanks for telling me. I'm going to watch it, definitely.
It's
so much has come out today. Again, finale of Clone Wars, this whole Mandalorian, and then the news of Taika. It's really an awesome May the 4th so far.
It is.
Yes.
It's one of
I
the
have a
first good
question.
days we've had in a while, so I love
I
it.
know. I almost was. I like prayed today. I said, please, can nothing that bad politically or environmentally happen, because I just want to have one good day.
Let's just take a day. Like, I don't want any killer hornet news.
Yeah, murder.
We have
Murder
giant
hornet.
murder hornets, but whatever. We're gonna get Star Wars in VR, so it's fine. Taika
Yeah.
Waititi's got a movie. It's
Exactly.
good.
We do have.
Doesn't the murder hornets look like a Star Wars like made up thing though? Like I was looking at the pictures of it and I was like, this is the most Star Wars of all the
Totally.
Star Wars.
Yeah.
Don't go to that planet. It's filled with murder hornets.
Exactly. Elena and James, or Steph, should we bring our third person on, or should we wait?
Yeah.
Well, maybe we should intro in that, because I don't think Elena and James. So, guys, there's another person coming on. You're not familiar with him. His name's Ben Kliewer.
I follow him.
You know Ben Kliewer. This today is his first wedding anniversary, because he got married on May the 4th, and had a whole Star Wars themed wedding.
Oh my God.
So we're
Okay.
gonna welcome Ben Kliewer right now to the show. I believe he's joining in right there. He is. Ben Kliewer,
There he is.
welcome.
Yay!
Happy Star Wars Day, Ben.
Yeah! Happy Star Wars Day and happy
I
one.
love your hat.
We love
That
your hat.
hat is incredible.
Oh, thank you.
Ben, Ben just actually got finished up with the show right before us, where he was interviewing some Star Wars stunt doubles from Episode 9.
Yeah, we just did the Con Guy May the 4th episode where we interviewed Anton Simpson Tidy, who is a stunt performer, and he was a Knight of Ren in The Rise of Skywalker, and Katie McDonnell, who was Daisy Ridley's stunt double in Rise of Skywalker as well. So they were an absolute delight, and it was a blast. We usually film the show at 9 or 10 at night, but they're in London, so we shot it now because it was 8 p.m. there at noon here. So yeah,
That's amazing. 2 questions for you as you join us. 1, do you have a drink? And 2, do you have a toast?
Who do you want to toast today?
I do have a drink. I'm not drinking this early in the day, so I have some milk here that
That's okay.
I hadn't had breakfast yet.
I'm drinking enough for all of us. It's fine.
There you go. By the way, Alana, it's good to see you again. I haven't seen you in forever. And I have a toast to my 1-year wedding anniversary.
Oh,
today, May the 4th.
Yes.
Yes. May the 4th
Toast
be
to
with
the
you.
most.
Amazing.
I'm actually gonna drink this one because that one's not.
Ben, you gotta. I know he literally just told this story on the Con Guy, but you gotta talk about the dance real quick.
Oh yeah. So for my wife and I, our first dance at our wedding, we actually spent, it was like
A lot of money.
month. Well, yeah. No, we spent about a month working with the dance choreographer for our first dance. And so it was kind of I had mixed up this medley of some different songs that meant a lot to us as a couple. And so it starts off with Ben Folds' The Luckiest. And we did kind of a traditional choreographed dance, which then moved into Duel of the Fates from Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace. And our maid of honor and best man both handed us each a lightsaber. And we had a pretty fun choreographed lightsaber battle in the middle of our first dance. And then it ended with Rewrite the Stars from The Greatest Showman with a little bit more involved choreography. So it was really fun.
Rewrite the Star Wars. I like it.
Oh yeah. So, but we had to, it was May the 4th. We did not have a Star Wars wedding. We had some elements kind of peppered in. We had a very traditional wedding with like elements of Star Wars and Doctor Who and Wonder Woman and Batman and Marvel and all this kind of stuff peppered in. But we knew we had to do a lightsaber battle as part of our first dance for being on May the 4th.
Who won?
So,
Sorry.
it ends in a stalemate, and then the music from Rewrite the Stars comes in, and then we realize we're not fighting. We love each other. And, then it goes into that.
So from Ben Folds to Ben Solo. I like it.
Exactly.
So Ben,
Yes.
it's James Lott Jr. up here. I actually follow
What's
you
up?
on I'm a fan of your stuff. I was going to tell you that.
Oh, thank you.
I want to tell you, is it on video somewhere? We can see, everybody can see it.
It is on video. I'm not sure if it's posted anywhere online, but I'll tell you what, I'll coordinate with like Ryan and the guys from the Con Guy, and we might be able to throw it up on the conguy.com.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be fun.
That would be fun.
Ben, what are you watching, if anything, Star Wars today? What's your pick?
Well, right now my wife is in the living room watching Empire Strikes Back, which is my personal favorite.
I do. Yes.
We might, since today's our anniversary, we're gonna do a crab boil in the kitchen, which is gonna be fun, and we might throw on Rise of Skywalker today, just because we haven't seen that since it was in the theater. So we might do that, and maybe one or two other things. We might throw in some Rogue One, or I've got Solo on Blu-ray, which I really like. Solo, I love Solo. So maybe a prequel. We'll see. They'll be peppered in throughout the day.
Just tossing anything on the oven.
Don't do that to yourself. Put the prequels on while you're cooking. Just
Right, exactly.
That's awesome, Ben.
Ryan, did you want to do which one of our other things? Do you want to do Pictionary?
Well, I think we just got to get one thing off Ben's chest before.
What? Oh, yes.
No, sorry. Phrased that a little oddly. But Ben, we were kind of going around the room. Is there anything you want to get off your chest?
Oh, the thing that you came up with.
I was like, what's wrong, Ben?
You gotta get something off of it.
Yeah, I think for me, this is now I read through the thing before we did this, so it's kind of like just something we got to get off our chest about the movies, kind of a critique or something like that.
It can be positive or negative. It's totally up to you.
Right. Well, I just got to get this off my chest. So I think I have kind of a love-hate relationship here because I love Star Wars. I don't like to watch the prequels, but I like what they represent. And the Clone Wars actually makes me appreciate the prequels more. And I'm not done with Clone Wars. I'm only about halfway through Clone Wars right now. Unfortunately, I apologize.
It's okay.
The sequel trilogy, I understand why Disney did it. They spent literally billions of dollars buying Lucasfilm, and they were like, we're going to make more Star Wars because we're going to make a lot of money on it. And they did. And I enjoy watching the sequel trilogy. I do not think it's a necessary story to be told in the like 7, 8, and 9 are completely unnecessary.
Blasphemy! No, I'm joking.
The Skywalker saga. But fun to watch. I love me some Palpatine, so I was really stoked on seeing a lot of Palpatine in episode 9. So that's what I got to get off my chest. I enjoy it. I'm glad they're doing more Star Wars stuff. Love Solo and Rogue One. 7, 8, and 9, not really necessary storytelling-wise, but fun to watch.
Ben, I want to bring something up to you. I'm a little older than the rest of you guys here, and so I know my generation, we felt when we heard that these prequels are coming up, weren't that excited because we loved the 3, the middle 3, so much. But then we got a little excited about number 6. The possibility of the whole Anakin turning into Darth. That was one thing we all kind of talked about. It was like very exciting. But I know a lot of people in my generation, we all are very much disappointed in those 3. Like we like the first 3, which are now the second 3. You know, the whole thing is like
right.
I wonder if it's generational. I just wonder if it's generational.
Right. Well, as you can see, I'm an OG myself. Star Wars, Empire, Return of the Jedi. I don't have any prequel or sequel stuff in here, save for a couple of very limited special, things. But yeah, I grew up on the original Star Wars trilogy. My brother introduced me to him when I was like 4 or 5. Once I could kind of understand what a story being told to me was in the form of a film. And I love that. I was 14 going on 15 when episode 1 came out. And
so you were just a Palpatine-ager.
I was just a Palpatine.
Jordan with the puns.
So I was kind of in that range, but and as I guess I was 14 that summer. when that came out, I went and saw episode 1 in the theater 9 times.
Wow.
Just because it was Star Wars. It was new Star Wars that was coming out when I was alive. I was born in 1984, so I was born a year after Return of the Jedi came out. And so I was just stoked about going to see a new Star Wars movie. And then, I think I saw Attack of the Clones in the theater once. I think I saw Revenge of the Sith in the theater once. And it's, again, it just doesn't hit. And they looked like completely different movies. And George Lucas said he wanted them to look like completely different movies. And I said that completely doesn't make sense to me. And yeah, so it's, again, love-hate relationship with everything except for the original trilogy, which is...
I love that.
I love the original trilogy.
I gotta say... Okay, I was really quick. You say something that's really important. I've seen every Star Wars in the theater. I've been alive the whole time, so I've seen every single one. And I'll tell you, that was the impetus for me going to the next ones, because I've seen every single one in the theater. It's a Star Wars film. It's a new one. So I've seen every single one almost based on just because of Star Wars.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of funny you said that. That's kind of how it was for me. Also.
Right.
I gotta say though, I got so pissed off because the second movie, like episode 2, I was like, and they're like, it's a kids movie. You just don't like it because it's a kids movie. And I was like, yeah, you know what kids love? Listening to senators bitch at each other for like a good 20 minutes. Like, I know so many kids are like, can you put on the Senate debates, Mom, please? I want to see them so bad.
They're training us for now.
Yeah, and I think the importance is that the story, if you dig down into the political story of the prequels, it can be really interesting. I just feel like the story of the prequels is really good. It was just executed in a very poor way. You could have made that like political intrigue and Palpatine with his, Darth Sidious, dual personality thing. Which I think Clone Wars fleshes out a lot more in a really interesting way. But the fact that we have to have TV shows, and for the sequel trilogy, we have to have these novelizations of the movies to explain things to us that don't make sense on the movie screen because, there's all this other stuff you should know about it. We didn't need that with the original trilogy.
It's like, I don't
need
to...
it.
Do you have to play Fortnite to hear the Senator Palpatine's message before going to Rise of Skywalker? Like, there's a ton of stuff.
To me, I was like, okay, Darth Maul is super dope. When it first came out with like episode 1, everyone's like Darth Maul, and legit, I was like, Ray Park crushed it. Like the whole look was great. Like all of it was fantastic. And I was like, this is going to be the big villain. This is going to arc the whole 3 movies. And then the showdown, the final showdown when Anakin kills him, then that's the disruption in the Force. And now you have to take on the dark side because now it's not even, which is how George Lucas has been describing the whole thing. Like it's all about balance. Then why the hell did you bisect the man in the first movie?
Yeah.
He was bisected and kicked off a bridge.
Bisected.
Which I'm like, stop fighting on bridges. Also, like OSHA, put some like guardrails in this bitch.
Yeah.
I'm just.
Well, I'm happy they brought him back. And like you said, the Clone Wars.
But like, that's sad that they had like Clone Wars had to be like, hey, sorry about that. Here you go. Like,
yeah. I have some. Wait, Ryan, are you finishing this conversation?
No, you go, Steph.
I just have something to get off my chest. That's a question.
Okay.
Before we move to Elena's game, because I really want to do it. Have you ever thought about whether or not Yoda has a dick? And if you have, do you think he does?
I think he does, and it's one of them like red rocket things, like a dog, but it's green.
Oh God. Oh gosh.
Asexual. Come on.
Same thing like Bigfoot.
Oh
asexual.
It's like you won't ever see it.
No, he's not. I'm sorry. No. Y'all are all like, okay. Do you think that's the whole
Take
question?
The infant off of the camera.
No,
say it to him.
Off the camera.
He's
the child.
There's no way he doesn't have a dick because there's a female of the species. Yaddle, we know.
Yaddle,
exists in the prequels.
Yaddle.
So
Yes.
if there's a female of the species and a male of the species, they've got to have corresponding genitalia, right?
Plus and minus.
Unless
This is
they
my
were
thing.
added,
Do they
yeah.
have to?
This is my
Do they?
thing about Yaddle, though, and people are sleeping on Yaddle because they just showed Yaddle for a freaking minute just to be like, wouldn't it be cool if there's like a girl Yoda? And everyone's like, no, forget about that. Like, Yaddle's off the committee. She's not in it anymore. If
Yeah,
you
Yaddle
read the
got kicked
comics,
off.
Yaddle has
Yeah.
the best effing story of any of the characters. Yaddle is the
Ah.
freaking shit. Read the comics. I had no idea. I got
Okay.
so into the Yaddle storyline, and I was like, I never thought I would be the biggest Yaddle fan. And I'm like, oh my god, Yaddle!
See, I've always
He's
thought of
amazing.
Yoda. He's sort of like a turtle in that like they can live for all these hundreds of years, but they're like there's these small like kind of delicate creatures. They're also very wise. Like that's how I've always kind of paralleled.
Turtles have wieners.
and they have wieners. Yeah.
Okay, first of all, Yoda is not sexual. Leave him alone. Right.
He and Yaddle were banging. We all know it. We know he and Yaddle were like, let's get some of this Senate aggression out.
When he was a young man of 150 years old, you know. He
Yeah,
A young man. Yes, you're absolutely
Do
right.
or
Elena,
do
can you
not.
introduce your game?
Oh yeah, so do you guys want to play the dice one?
I think
have
we need to.
this is actually really sad. I'm gonna show you guys just a quick. This is how many Star Wars games I apparently have. I have the Star Wars
Wow.
equivalent of like the pop game where like everything pops up,
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah, what is
Oh,
that called?
okay.
Trouble?
Trouble, yeah.
yeah.
And then I just found I have a whole thing of Star Wars Play-Doh that I'm definitely going to be doing later.
Oh, my
My
goodness.
favorite game ever, Lupin Chewie. This is the best game that has ever been. This
Oh my
is
goodness.
hands
What?
down my favorite, Lupin Chewie.
I am impressed.
It's
Me
amazing.
too.
This one is actually from the this is from the 70s, the Star Wars game. Yeah, this one is the Death Star assault game.
Oh, so it's like Risk. No, I don't.
Yeah, it basically is, which is one of two reasons why I've never played it. And then Star Wars Clue,
Wow.
Oh my God. So
Wow.
different little Clue pieces. And then this is the best, is the Jabba slime that I will be making later today. Some
Nickelodeon.
That
Jabba
is
slime.
insane.
And then, of
Okay.
course, the BB-8 Bop It, which is super annoying. So I'm not even going
love
to have
that.
it talk because it's too much.
But which
But
can we
we-
play over
Okay.
Zoom?
This,
Calm down.
this is the one we can
Star
play.
Wars Monopoly.
Monopoly.
Star Wars Monopoly.
Monopoly.
Oh, there.
I love it.
Well done, James Lott Jr.
So
There you go.
this is what we have turned into a drinking game. This is a Star Wars. Look how creepy Luke looks.
Yeah,
That's
it's-
This side, the Vader looks good. The Luke, a little rough.
Yeah.
But it's called Star Wars Heroes and Villains. And so to make it a drinking game, you basically have to call. There are dice on here that have 3 villains and 3 heroes on each side. And then you have to say either go heroes or go villains when they are dumped out. And then if it's mostly heroes and you said villains, then you have to drink. And if it's mostly villains and you said villains, then you give the drink away.
Okay.
I just want to shout out from the chat real quick. We got both the Gregs. Gregory Castillo just commented turtle sex.
Turtle
Turtle
sex.
sex. I bet they
Very
make
important.
those gross. If you watch turtles, this is so weird that I'm even saying this. If you watch turtles have sex, they make the craziest noises, and I bet that's what Yaddle sounds like too. They just go.
Oh.
Let's roll
My
the
mom has
dice.
turtles. My mom has turtles. Yes.
So
This is what happens when I start day drinking.
you say villains or heroes? Is that
Yeah, you either say heroes or villains.
okay?
So
Do we
light
take
side or
turns?
dark side. Yeah.
We take turns. Okay, so who's
Oh, okay.
first? Let's go. Can I go first?
Yes.
Okay. Rolling up my sleeves.
I'm gonna roll up these
Do I
dice.
say it before the dice are rolled?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna go villains.
You've got you had 3 R2D2s, a Luke, and only 1 Stormtrooper. So no, sir, you have to drink.
Okay.
Ooh, loser.
Nice.
All right. I think Steph's next.
Okay. Go heroes.
You
Go
got.
villain.
Oh snap! you did win. You got 2 Lukes and a Chewie, and you only got 1 Vader and one Stormtrooper.
Yes.
That's foresight. This is
So-
like predicting the future here. She knows.
It's foresight, actually.
Mm.
Who do you
it.
want to give your drink to?
Oh, she's the.
Oh, Ryan.
I'm gonna get. This is bad.
This is
Easy, Ryan.
You should have told me it was a Cantina episode.
Yeah. All right, James Lott.
Well, villains, of course.
Ooh, Vader.
Ooh.
You got all heroes.
Oh.
You got 3 Hans, a Chewie, and a Luke.
Of course.
I sense much fear in you, James Lott.
I know.
Yikes!
Dang it, that's crazy.
James,
All right.
is that a geeky tiki you're drinking out of there?
It's Darth Vader.
Nice.
In a tiki form.
Yeah, is that a geek? So there's a brand
The
called
Geeky
Geeky
Tiki
Yeah, no,
Tiki.
it's not it.
That's not it?
No, this is just from Star Wars Gallery.
Oh, okay.
The
I
Geeky
have a-
Tiki ones are like all
Yeah.
like
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
Well, I have the whole set. My wife got them for me.
yeah.
But
They
I
look
didn't know if they were
cooler
making.
than you know.
Yeah, I didn't know if they were making new ones that like looked a little different because
no,
I know the Vader one looks a little different than that.
That's for Star
I
Wars.
like that one.
But yeah,
I like
that
both.
one's cool. I like
Thank
it.
you.
Is it
Okay,
a trap,
my
Ben
turn.
Kliever? Is it a trap?
It's a trap. I got to get another thing off my chest. So a lot of people,
Yes.
a lot of people will be like, "Oh, Admiral Akbar, it's a trap. It's a trap. It's not. It's a trap. It's a trap." That's how he says it. It's like he's processing it as he's saying it. It's a trap.
That's hilarious. That is
Wow.
That
Yes.
was so good.
Right.
Great call.
Oh,
Okay, I'm feeling like it's the trend. I'm gonna say Go Heroes.
we got all heroes.
Whoa.
Whoa! You got 2 Lukes, 2 Hans, and a Chewie.
Well done.
Nice. I'll take 2 Hans any day and a Chewie. Luke's good too.
Chewie.
Anyway,
Hans
Ryan,
and a
drink.
Chewie.
My God, this
Ryan,
is.
drink,
I am
drink.
happy Star
drink,
Wars
drink.
Day.
Yes,
Just getting Ryan drunk. That's the whole game.
that's the actual game.
All right, I'm gonna say go villains,
Mm.
Yeah.
Nice.
and I got, damn it, 2 villains and 3, and all of the 3 are different. I got a R2D2, a Han, and a Luke. So I lose.
Aww, that's
Yes.
a good
Good combo.
team.
I mean, darn.
I have a
But
question
Ryan, you
for
still have to
everyone.
drink.
Yeah,
Ryan,
Ryan, you have to
exactly.
drink.
Still drink, Ryan. Still drink.
Who would be your number 1 Jedi draft pick?
Ooh. Who? Who's going?
Leia.
Ryan.
I'm
Oh,
going?
Leia.
Leia. Okay.
Leia, hands down.
Yeah?
I
Love
agree.
it.
Actually, I'm a Leia fan. So Leia.
Wow. Ben, are you on the Leia train?
Well, again, you know, that kind of just showed up in the sequel. It showed up in episode 9. Like, well, no, kind of in
Yeah.
episode 8. Kind of in episode 8.
Yeah.
But traditionally, and I know this was on kind of the run sheet you sent out earlier about like who's our favorite character, and I was thinking about it, I was Han. I'm a big Han Solo fan. I really love the scoundrel, the scruffy looking nerf herder. But I was thinking about it, and the character that I really like the most, I think, is Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Yeah, he'll lie to you. He'll tell you the past is not true,
Exactly.
and then he'll
Yeah,
cut your legs off if you're his
He's a
friend or
scoundrel
brother.
himself. But just
Oh
the
my-
combination of
Yeah.
Sir Alec Guinness and Ewan McGregor, and I can't remember the fella's name that does his voice in Clone Wars, but between
Yeah.
those 3 different portrayals of the character, I really love Obi-Wan's
I agree.
character. I really like him a lot.
Yeah.
But I'm a big Han Solo fan too, so.
I gotta say Lando too. Lando's the shit, and everybody always forgets about Lando.
Everyone
Yeah,
sleeps on
Lando.
Lando. I would have gone Ahsoka, but she's kind of not a Jedi anymore. She's in this like gray area. She even goes as far as to say she's not a Jedi, but practices in the ways. I would go Luke, guys. the
Ooh.
last.
Well, Luke out.
Luke
You don't
out.
think like him being like, "Hey, f all this noise. I'm going to my own little secluded island, and y'all can fend for yourselves."
Maybe it's like
Yeah.
a Return of the Jedi Luke. I'll pick a time period. That's my draft
Oh.
Yeah,
potentially.
okay.
pick. There we
I'm
go.
gonna go with Ray,
Shout out
but
to Bean.
You're going with
yeah.
Ray. Nice.
yeah, Ray's like my favorite. That's like my heart singing.
She's all the Jedi.
Yeah, she's all the
Oh.
Jedi.
It's a
What?
Great pick.
I should have said Jen too, because she never gets any damn love, and she was like, "I'll die for this cause."
She's not a Jedi.
She's not a Jedi, but like, if you could have anyone, like, I thought it was just like, who would you want to be on like
It can be.
your team?
You're drafting.
You're drafting.
Dikembe Mutombo.
Yes.
Speaking of Ewan McGregor, though, I do think he had the best hand motions with using the Force out of all of the Jedi.
Yes.
The best, just so suave.
Oh,
You'll
yeah.
go home
Oh,
and rethink
the
your
most
life.
suave. Like, you don't want to sell me death sticks. Like, that is. Ooh. I remember just being like.
You
yes.
win, Ewan.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do
Yeah.
we
Um,
think that I wanted to actually just open the floor about that. Do you guys think we're gonna get that series anytime soon? Because it was delayed, it's being rewritten, but now everything with this fire, it's like, when do you think we'll even see this Obi-Wan series?
5 years from now.
5.
I think everything's going to be delayed, and then they're probably not going to want to do. I think we're realistically looking at 2 years, and then with everything being pushed, and then with the new movie and kind of the update, I think it's going to be probably 5 before it comes out.
I agree.
The marketing will start in 4.
I think 2022 earliest. Then after that.
I think later than that.
Yeah, I'm just saying just earliest. I mean, we delay.
One thing that I thought was interesting is episode 4, A New Hope, takes place 17-ish years after Revenge of the Sith, right? 17 to 20 years, somewhere in that neighborhood. We are now, roughly 15 years after the actual filming and production of Revenge of the Sith.
Yeah.
So Ewan McGregor has actually aged the proper amount of time since Revenge of the Sith was filmed to where Obi-Wan Kenobi would have aged by episode 4. And he looks a lot better than Sir Alec Guinness did in episode 4. So
True.
I'm like, that had to have been like that was a rough decade and a half.
Something happened.
2 decades
Like,
on
when you're in the
Tatooine.
desert, I think you just...
He went from like Luke to Yoda real quick. That's true.
Oh my god.
Not enough water. Not enough water.
That's probably true. Moisture evaporators.
He
But there's
really
plenty of
does.
blue milk, no excuse.
Speaking of blue milk, Scum and Villainy Cantina has a snack pack offering today, which includes a to-go blue milk cocktail.
Hey.
If
Ooh.
you're an LA local, you can order a snack pack with a blue milk cocktail.
Uber
which is
Eats.
boozy.
Just point me
Or
in that
just have a blue
direction.
and silver milk like me.
Wait, would you really order that, Ryan?
I think I would. I mean, if the shipping is like more than $8, no. But I would definitely consider it.
I'm
today.
lactose intolerant. I
It's
can't.
not actually
Yeah, I
called.
was gonna ask that. Do they
Blue
have
milk does not
alternative milk?
The blue milk does not
Oat
have
milk?
actual milk in it.
Oh.
Okay. Just checking.
It's
What
called
is it,
blue
like
milk.
powder?
Yeah.
It tastes not the. I will say, having had it from Disneyland and having had it from Scum and Villainy, go with the one at Scum and Villainy.
Well, the stuff at Disneyland isn't boozy. So what's
Well,
the point?
it tastes like a foot. Is the problem? Is like you can't even finish it. You take it for the picture, and then you're like, trash. It's
You
bad.
could always pick up some Mudder's milk from Firefly if you want that.
That
That's
is
15%
true, and
off.
I actually have my big Mudder's milk like
A
jug.
Firefly reference. I love it.
Aw.
And Ryan, it's not actually called shipping. If it's Star Wars things, it's Millennium Falconing. Thank you.
Oh my
Light speeding.
gosh.
Like, I thought you were ready to be like Star Trek and beaming. A few people
Why
in
would I
the
do that on Star Wars Day?
White
few
T
people-
1300 freightering.
freightering. There's a bunch of or running, I guess. There's a bunch of people in the
running.
chat that are sharing what they're up to, guys. Well, first of all, they think the twin sons will age a man a lot quicker.
Ooh, yeah.
Interesting point.
Solid
All right, that's
point.
fair.
Very solid point.
Someone's eating some maize Windu. A lot of people sharing their favorite characters. They loved Elena's.
That was a
drink.
corny joke.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my god.
I love it.
A lot of people totally leaning in on the drink Elena recommended earlier with some Qui-Gon gin and tonic. Just loving all that, and a lot of people they're planning on binging all 9 movies from Gracie and Ryan. Greg Moshevitz playing
I know folks are doing it today.
playing Jedi Fallen Order all night.
What the hell else are you doing? Why not?
Yeah, why not?
I want to watch the Mandalorian, like all the behind the scenes stuff they
That's
just
what I'm
shot
gonna do.
today.
I do have to say, also shout out to, I have to raise a glass, a toast to Emily Swallow, who was the armorer in The Mandalorian, who I got to sit down and talk with, who said the biggest challenge of her entire role was that she was not allowed to cuddle Baby Yoda. So she is all of us.
Yes, you
Yes.
are. Oh, thank you.
That was incredible.
I forgot to shout out her.
May the force be with
So
her.
a swallow for Emily Swallow.
Yes.
If you're looking for something to watch, and I'm pretty sure you can get it on Amazon Prime, you might have to rent it. A couple of wonderful, wonderful Star Wars films: The Caravan of Courage and The Battle for Endor, the Ewok Adventures. If you're looking,
Hardware Wars.
Oh, yes.
Hardware Wars.
Okay. Got it.
Yes,
Yes.
Ben Kliever.
Put it
We
down.
are wrapping out. We only have a few minutes left, you guys. And does
Boom.
anyone have a final toast? I'm so excited.
I
that
wanna
you guys
show-
are here joining us.
Can I show real quick a couple things?
We have
I
a final toast soon. Oh my gosh.
I love
painted
it.
this. This
I
is
love
my
it.
Death Starry Night that I painted because I was
Amazing.
bored. And then I painted this for you guys too. This
Jordan
is
with
a
the-
Star
Oh,
Warsy night. But before we go, because I know we have to leave, I have to show my one all-time favorite Star Wars thing that I've ever had,
Yes.
which this is actually from the actual original 70s release,
Wow.
is the bong that was marketed to children because it is Jabba the Hutt's bong.
or a hookah.
It's a hookah, but it's a star
Wow.
bong.
Star
So,
Bomb.
Oh, I need
I was
that.
raised
Shut
in the
up.
70s. It's okay.
I feel like that is the prize possession there.
That is a prize.
yes.
In
Wow.
the words of Jay of Jay and Silent Bob, bong.
Well, a final toast, guys, to a galaxy far, far away. May the 4th be with you.
May the 4th be
May the
with you.
4th be with you.
And be with me too.
You guys,
Love
thank
you
you so
all.
much for joining us. Elena, starting with you, where can everyone find you?
You guys can find me on Twitter at Alana Jordan. That's ALANAJORDAN, and on Instagram at Alana J Jordan. And I'm also on a podcast today called Drunk Banthas, where we are talking about Star Wars as well. The Drunk Banthas Star Wars podcast. You guys can check out. So I've been
Beautiful. Cheers to that. James Lott, where can everyone find you?
I love you guys, all you guys. It was nice to actually meet you, Ben, finally, because I do follow you.
Yeah.
Okay, you can find me where all James Lott Juniors are sold at James Lott Jr. on all social media platforms. And it's my birthday on Sunday, so show me some love.
Yes!
Happy birthday,
Happy
James.
birthday!
I turned 51. This is what
Woo!
51 is like.
Live.
Looks good.
I don't believe
Yes.
that. I don't
all
believe
right.
that.
Well, you're mean because you look way better than me. So shut up.
Ben, where can everyone find you? You're the man. Thanks for coming.
Thank you so much. It was a pleasure being with you guys again. All I got to say to James is black don't crack.
Happy birthday.
That's why I married. That's why I married a black woman. So
Okay.
there
Tell
you
that
go.
to Darth Vader.
You're my cousin, you're my cousin now. Good Lord.
You can find me on all social media at BenKliewer. Ben Kliever, hard to spell, easy to say.
And happy
yeah.
anniversary, Ben.
Thank you
Happy
very much.
anniversary.
Anniversary. Ryan Guy, where can everyone find
You
you?
guys can find me at Ryan Nilsen. That's RYNILSEN, and at Ryan Nilsen on Instagram. I'm just going to be celebrating all day. I was posting a ton of photos. I was eating some Star Wars toast this morning, some blue milk. I'm having today's the best day. So, guys, live it up. Steph, where can people find you?
You can find me all over social media at Steph Sabraw, also on youtube.com/Steph Sabraw. Until next week, may the force be with y'all.
Yes, you guys. Yes.
And also to you.
From producers